Hey, loves.
Welcome to Sierra and Ryan.
Talk the talk. Sierra and Ryan is all about putting book talkers at the center of the story.
And we're here to find out all the main character moments in their lives, all right? Today, special day, it's a premiere, so we are starting with these two main characters. My name is Ryan at Rye_Brary on TikTok, and my beautiful, brilliant, incomparable co-host.
I am Sierra at cc.b.reading on TikTok as well. Ryan and I are both book talkers and really big fans of the community, and we just wanted to take the time to get to know you guys as much as we love reading about books. So we are excited to have this podcast and bring some amazing content to you guys.
It's going to be so much fun. Every episode will bring in a new BookTok celebrity. Some of our favorites have already come. Some are signed up. We've got invites going out. We're going to dive into their personal lives a little bit more, as much as we can. And then in the center of the show, we're going to bring a little show and tell action. They'll bring something from their shelves or a book recommendation, something that gives us a little insight into their personal lives. And then at the end, we're going to close out with a quick wit, little lightning round action, try to get some off the cuff responses and
I know, right?
put them on their toes a little bit. We'll see how those go.
I'm not good at those, so I can't wait to see how everyone else handles it because I'm not really good under pressure.
Okay, well, today the pressure is welcome because today Sierra and I are putting ourselves through the paces, and we figure for our premiere episode, before we start bringing in and interviewing the guests, let's interview each other. Let us get to know you all better and help us explain ourselves before we start getting to know the community better. So you will be prepared for the rapid fire. I don't know if I am, and we wrote them. So
We're gonna fake it till we make it friends. With that being said, I think it's time for us to talk the talk.
let's talk the talk. Okay, it's time to talk. Sierra, you're up first, I think.
Oh my
So,
gosh. Okay.
I'm going to get my Diane Sawyer on.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Start from the beginning. Tell us about when CCB Reading came to BookTok.
CCB Reading came to Book Talk in June of 2021. I had already been reading at that point. I had been reading a lot. I had restarted my book journey at the top of the year, and I was looking for more books. And of course, I think like everyone in the pandemic, joined TikTok looking, just for a community or some type of community just to feel something. At that point, we've been stuck in the house for a year or so. So I joined in 2021. And I told my friend, I kept saying, I think I want to make a book talk, but I wasn't sure. I followed a bunch of, book talkers, and I just went ahead and took the jump and made my first video. And after that, I was kind of addicted. I'm not gonna lie to you. I loved the app so much. It was fun. It was great for discovery. A lot of the books that I read last year came from book talkers' recommendations. Some of the people who will even have on this season. So yeah, that is kind of my story, and so that's where I am now.
At almost 9,000 followers, almost 10?
Almost 10. Almost 10. I'm excited. It's been a very slow progress for me, but I'm okay with that. To me, that feels like it seems like there are way more genuine people who are actually interested in me and my content. So I'm not really pressed to get a bigger number so far. Like, I feel like when people follow me, for the most part, they really do enjoy what I'm doing and me being kind of quirky and a little bit crass. So yeah.
But also going back and forth. I think that's how I started following you, and I was commenting in your comment section, and I am now the avid full-on Facebook conversation in the comment section. But you responded, and not all the creators do, and so that. And I looked at the comment section that you've got a lot of that going on, a lot of repeat faces, a lot of regulars in there, lots of really fun conversations. So I think you are completely right. The numbers don't really matter. It's more about who you have and what comes from all of that, and your community that you're building just on your own page is really beautiful.
Thank you. And that was something that was so important to me. I think in this age of influencer, and that still feels weird calling myself an influencer. I'm not ready for that yet. But even in this age of influencing, you do find that you're following influencers and they don't really interact with the people that are commenting on their posts and whatnot. And so something that's important to me is that if I'm talking to you, you could at least take a moment to talk back. And so when someone does take the time to comment something or whatever, even if it is just like crying, laughing faces, I feel that. So I want to join in on the laugh if we're laughing together. So
Yeah.
it's just something that's really important to me.
Can I ask a maybe controversial question?
Uh
Might
oh.
put you on. This is not part of the lightning round.
Yes, you can go
What
ahead and ask.
what is on CCB Readings For You page?
Okay, there are a number of things.
Tell us everything.
So obviously there are book reviews and there are
Okay.
honest book reviews, right? I'm very like, I didn't like this or I loved it. There are videos of me being very goofy and just trying to make content relatable and funny to get more people to want to read. And then there are also, if you're my mutuals, then I have some very interesting taste in men. Don't make that face. And I just like to joke. I like to have a good time. So my page is very colorful. As you can see, I love color. I love to smile. I love to laugh. And I really just try to do that and make that show through the content that I make on TikTok.
I love it.
So with that being said, we have to talk about you. We need to know all about your history, library. How'd you start? How'd you amass that 15,000? We're at 15,000 now, right? Almost. Don't be shy.
16.
Just blew my britches away. Wait a minute. Wait a
It
minute.
was a this week development, but I actually started as Rye TV,
Oh,
same
okay.
account, and I got onto TikTok in 2020, and then I believe it was January of 2021 I started BookTok account, and switched myself over to Rybrary, which is supposed to be, it's the library, but I'm Ryan, so Rybrary, but there's an underscore and it really throws people. It's
Does it really? Because I got it immediately when I saw it, and I was like, "Oh,
okay. Well,
he's
that makes
a
me feel better.
genius."
That makes me
I
feel better.
I love it. I think it's so brilliant. I'm like, "Oh, he's a genius." I love it. I love it so much.
You're very sweet. So I actually, the video that got a lot of followers had nothing to do with books. It was one of those, this is my age, this is my sign, this is where I'm from, this is what I like. And
Yes.
meanwhile, afterwards, my now husband said, that's for people who are like dating, and that's they're all like, because I started getting a
Oh.
lot of comments of like, hey, I live here, and all of these things, and a lot of DMs. And so I realized, okay, I'm on a different side of TikTok, and I started doing more bookish content.
Mm-hmm.
But that is all a long way around of me saying I think that the 16,000 is a mix of a couple different things. I did some singing stuff on TikTok when I first got on.
Mm-hmm.
I will occasionally dip in and put one up here and there, but I love TikTok most of all because it is not Instagram or Facebook or any of those other social medias. They become the like avalanche of every person that you've ever known in your life,
Mm-hmm.
everyone that you went to school with, everyone that you grew up with, every family member, extended family member, and you just get, I felt so caged in what I was posting because I kept thinking
Yeah.
about what the reactions would be, and I had this invisible audience that I was self-imposing, but it didn't feel like I was doing anything authentic. I just kept putting through filters of everyone's going to judge me for this, that, and the other, excuse me. And
Yeah.
then I got on TikTok and I just started posting. And like I said, then all of a sudden got some weird attention that I was not looking for, but still, look, a lovely little ego boost nonetheless.
Yes.
And at the time in my life, it was something that was something that was needed. It was like a lovely pick me up. So ever since, now that BookTok has come, I feel like I've started leveling out, and I have probably, hopefully, more BookTok followers than not BookTok followers. But
Yeah.
It's been a great ride, and then I have met all kinds of incredible people like you.
I do want to ask. So, what was the moment? So, was the defining moment for you changing your handle from Rye TV to Library? Was that because of the video that you made that was getting all the attention that you didn't want? Or were you like, I actually just want to talk about books now?
I think it was in general discovering that there were people who were interested in talking about books. I have been an introverted reader who shoved my face in fantasy and tried to escape where I was unhappy in a lot of ways. And so I love books, and I am full into the escapism, 1,000,000%. And so I think when I started noticing that those videos were coming across more, I realized that I honestly made that because I thought people wanted to hear talking about entertainment stuff. Hey, this is the movies that I'm watching. This is the television. This is the music that's out. So it was kind of like a play on MTV. I want my Rye TV, whatever. I thought I was being...
Again, genius.
Look, I thought I was being something. But when I noticed that people wanted to talk books, it's almost like when I found on Twitter the Star Wars community. It's that I don't necessarily have in maybe my immediate friend group or circle. And so I latched onto it and I went full in. I thought about keeping Rye TV, and then I don't know why Library came to me. Somebody has without the underscore. So if you're out there,
are they
please
using
give it up.
it?
I don't know. I don't know.
I hate when that happens.
But yes, that is that's my story. But you said a year in, and so within that year, you've amassed a giant following.
Yeah.
You have now started a book club.
I have.
Okay, and I just saw your first ever live that was very successful.
That was
Tell us all about it.
Friend, that was so nerve-wracking. So, like you, I'm an introvert. I just present as an extrovert just so that everyone knows. And I think that's the funny thing about social media, and you could probably attest to this too, is that like people are like, there's no way you could be an introvert. You go on social media and you have a camera and you're in front of the camera, but it's like there's no one behind this camera. There's no one in this room with me right now, so I can really truly be my true and honest self in front of this camera. So having to host my very first like live for a book club I was so nervous that whole day. I was talking to my best friend and she was like, you're gonna do great, don't worry about it. And I was just like, well, what if no one even shows up? What if people are like, I don't know. I had no idea. But it was awesome because I kind of started the conversation, but then the conversation was moving on its own, which made me feel so much more better. And I think that's what I really enjoyed about the book club was like, I don't have to be the one to like start it or whatever. Well, I'm the one that started, but I don't have to continue it. And I think that's why I really liked it, because everyone's opinions are different when you guys are like, dissecting the book, and you jumped on for a little bit to see like what we were talking about. And it was so cool. People were throwing up like ideas or like theories that they had that I hadn't even thought of, which completely changed my mind about the book that we were reading. So, but that was just a lot, but it was exciting at the same time. So I don't know why I did this. I mean, I know I did it because I really wanted to read more like sci-fi and fantasy, and I don't see a lot of book clubs talking about that, especially like in terms of Black and POC sci-fi and fantasy. And so I just wanted to like really focus on that, and I had the whole thing, the idea, and everyone loved it. So yeah. I think I did pretty good. I'm proud of myself in that aspect for sure.
Tell the people where to find the book club.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Plug it, okay?
I know. Look at me. Humble me. So the book club is called Homies in Outer Space, which is a reference to In Living Color skit. Do you watch In Living Color? I feel like I'm dating myself.
No, we will date each other.
But yes, so the book club is called Homies in Outer Space. If you go to my page, link is in the bio for the Discord and the Fable. And I've already picked out the 12 books that we're reading for this year of 2022. So you can find all of that on my TikTok page. Very
What's a
easy.
fable?
Fable is another one of those. Okay, so there's so many of them. You've got Fable. You've got the other one that's called Book Clubs. It's like a place to do book club stuff.
Oh, cool.
But I set it up, but there's more people in the Discord that seems to work way better than Fable. And Fable, like, I think at some point you can have a free account, but then they might charge you for something else. So
I like
okay.
Discord.
Discord's awesome. I'm
Yeah.
still new to that as well, but I enjoyed it for our chat or whatnot. So I think I'm going to be sticking with that for a while. Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
Love it. Okay, a couple other TikTok related questions.
Of course.
What are things that automatically, we've asked this to other guests, what automatically makes you smash the like button and what automatically makes you swipe past?
Okay. I know what makes me swipe past, so I can answer that first.
Tell us.
If I come across your video and there's words and you're not talking, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. It feels lazy.
She's reading, but not on the phone.
Not I don't know what it is about that, but it feels so lazy to me. It does. It feels like I don't know. I don't feel like talking. So here's some music and some words over my face, and I'm like, I hate it so much.
They get like
but
millions of views and likes.
I mean, I don't understand it.
Yeah,
It
that's
gets,
interesting.
maybe that's why I don't have a bigger following, is because I'm not doing that. Maybe I should do that instead. But the thing that I like, and then in terms of content, I really enjoy book reviews like a lot. I watch them even on YouTube during the day. I follow a couple of YouTube booktubers, seeing like what they thought about it, and that's how I get my recommendations. So I do enjoy a good book review, but I love a good thorough book review. And then sometimes I feel like I can't find that on the app because a lot of people are like, oh, it had this, this, and this. You should read it. And I'm like, well, give me more. I want more.
Stop talking about me like that.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's all love here. It's all love here.
Just kidding.
What about you? What's your instant? I love it. I like, and your instant. I will not be going any further.
Mutuals. I generally like the video immediately. But I am one of those people. I'm a good cheerleader. So
Yeah.
if I see someone that I follow or that we're mutual friends or what, I immediately like it. I will let that video play at least once or twice all the way through. I don't know why I do that. That is probably some weird OCD tick. Someone is going to like dissect that, but I let it go through and I try to do the trifecta and comment if I can. And if it doesn't feel authentic, then I won't.
Yeah.
But genuinely, if it's, so I guess that's just my people I like and the friends in my head. If you're my friend in my head, I'm liking it. You can count on me to let that sucker play through a couple times just to make sure that your percent, I don't know why I do that, but I do. So
I have been known to like the videos of my mutuals, but I won't play it several times. That's interesting, friend.
Well, because, I don't know. I feel like
What?
it helps boost their, I don't
Yeah.
know. So I try to do, that's my probably weirdest TikTok habit. I think I'm somehow like Truman showing in the background. Like I have some deep control because I played this video twice for this person.
Okay, so what don't you like? What's something you're like swiping past immediately if it comes up?
Reader follow party. I swipe
Ooh.
past. I don't like those. Because I just don't believe, I don't think that you should necessarily just like follow people to follow them. I think that if I'm not your flavor, then, you can still like videos and interact with them. It doesn't mean that you need to hit the follow and be with me all the time. Unless you're
Right.
talking about Sierra and Ryan, talk the talk. And yes, you should.
You should definitely follow.
So that makes me swipe immediately. I don't know. Honestly, I think so much of my feed is now just my followers, my mutuals. so I don't do a lot of swiping past.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's
That's not a good.
interesting.
It's
No,
like not a
no, no.
good.
No, that's great because I'm like my feed is like it's a mixture of like book talkers, but then my videos get like really goofy. I have like people slipping on banana peels and things like that come down. My timeline is unhinged. My FYP is unhinged. So
Okay, I'm glad that
yeah.
you said that because that's actually what I was trying to get at earlier when I said, "Tell us about your For You page." I was like, "What's on the For You page? Not what you're putting on there."
Now we're
I
getting
was like,
into
"Who? I want the scandal. Who's coming across yours?" I'll tell you the juiciest, weirdest one that comes across mine, and I saw somebody else talk about it. Was I do see a lot of the cart police in the parking lots where the
wait a
people
minute.
don't put their
What?
shopping carts back. And the guy follows them and he like puts a bumper sticker on their car. It's like, you should really put your cart back.
Oh, I
And
haven't
the
seen
people get
that.
really, really angry. And he's like, you shouldn't be mad at me. You should be mad at not putting your own cart back. I mean, I don't know why that comes up on mine, but it does.
I haven't
It's
seen
weird.
that. I get a
Yeah.
lot of like there's this girl who has like these really fast transitions and someone's like pouring milk in a cup and she'll like do a spin. It's completely like what is happening in this video right now. But I love them. I don't know if you're like explain it, I can't. I don't know, but they come up all the time. I trust the algorithm to bring them to me every time she posts a new one and the algorithm doesn't fail.
That's hilarious.
It's hilarious. So yes. So I want to ask you: are you following still a lot of new book talkers, or are you kind of taking it easy on that? Like, and if you are following up on our new book talkers, is there like a standard that they have to kind of meet for you to want to follow them?
I am still following new people. And I think most of the time they will come past my For You page. I will think that this is terrible. That there's, I don't know why I am like a casting director in my mind over here. I, I think, wow, they've got the it factor. They look great. Their background is great. They're talking so great. And that means I'm not talking about any kind of typical beauty standard. It's just, there's that something that will grab me. And then I will go check their profile. Most of the time now I'm like, oh great, everyone's 24 and I feel so old. But then I check their profile to make sure that there's nothing, weird or that I'm not following some crazy, whatever. And then I'll try to look at a couple of their
Yeah.
videos. Pinned videos always are a good way to kind of gauge what people want you to see.
Mm-hmm.
And I have not followed someone that I thought I was going to based on one of their pinned videos.
Ah.
And only
Okay.
because they talked about a book that I hated and they said it was like one of their favorites. And I was like, I don't think we're compatible. Not in a bad way, just, you know.
Wow. Okay, so you just didn't follow them because they. Wow. Oh God.
Well, because
I
I thought we
definitely.
probably have different tastes. They were really, really passionate about this particular series, and I was very passionate in the opposite direction. And so I thought, oh, maybe we're not. But they're cool. I still see their stuff on my For You page, and I like it.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
What about you?
I think I'm the same way, Ryan. I think I definitely go through like if someone follows me, especially that they follow me, I'm like, who is this person? I always want to know who's following me. Like, who are you? Are
Yeah.
you the feds? No, I'm kidding.
The feds. Why are the feds?
Why are the
Sarah,
feds?
tell
I
everyone. Why
know.
are the...
Well, I'm
This is a
kidding.
recorded line.
I know, right? Well, no, I always want to know who's following. I'm just interested. So if someone does follow me, then I'm of course I go to their page and look at what they're talking about. I do. I am kind of like weary about following people who have a lot of followers, like a big amount.
Oh.
Yeah, because I feel like okay, I feel like you've reached the pinnacle. Like if you've got 40,000 followers, how like what kind of content are you doing? Is it authentic content or is it all paid? Do you again talking back to the people who follow you? Do you respond to comments? Like those things are really important to me. So I'm way more weary of following back people who have a lot of followers, and it's not like a jealous thing. I'm just wondering, like, how do you react to the people who follow you and take your opinion seriously?
Yep.
But I do give the small, because I feel like I'm a small one myself still. So I do follow a lot of the smaller creators who are like under like 200 or 300 or even 100, because sometimes they have like really great, they're still starting. So it's like a fresh perspective,
Yep.
uh, in my opinion, of like what they're reading and how they feel about it. And sometimes it's just nice to like see someone who isn't really big on your page, and you're like listening to their opinion on something. You're like, oh, I rock with you. I'm gonna
Yep.
follow you. I like what you're saying here. So yeah.
And then you find those that you love, and they start at 200 followers, and you're like, I'm following you because I think
Ye-
you're great. And now
Yeah.
they have 25,000 followers.
Yeah.
Like, well, damn.
Right.
Everybody thought you were great.
Right. I mean, the people
I
aren't
love it.
wrong. Yeah.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, TikTok's perfect for that. I mean, and like how you said, like you felt when you were on Instagram and Facebook, like you were always being judged. And not to say that the world isn't a stage and we're all being judged, but on TikTok, it feels so like you can completely be yourself. TikTok's the
I
first
agree.
place, and this is gonna get into like kind of like a murky territory, but TikTok is the first place where I saw so many black women wearing bonnets in their videos and being completely comfortable with it. And when I first got on the app, because like you, I'm a little bit older, so I have that respectability politics that were ingrained in me, and I was just like, what the? But that's just the app. The app is for truth and honesty. That's what it feels like to me. I feel like TikTok is a great place to make mistakes and be your authentic self. Whereas every other platform, minus Twitter, I feel like you have to put on this, like, I'm perfect all of the time. I do great things all of the time. And where it's TikTok, it's like, you guys have fell down a flight of steps today. Like, it's just, yeah, it's just like
Do you
very
think
honest.
that's more to do maybe because I find myself still like right now I'm looking over here like ooh, ooh, ooh. Before I make videos, I was just checking
Yeah.
myself for the listeners. But I still find myself doing some of those things and maybe not just throwing it out there. And I will say, to your point, a lot of the people I follow, it is a very casual, hey, I
Yeah.
am like up in bed with my pillow and talking. I'm not there yet. Do you think it's the newer generation is a lot less, they give less fucks? Is that
We are getting into some really good conversation here, friend. Yes, I love Gen Z. Gen Z, I'm a big
Gen Z?
fan.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Gen Z is so comfortable with themselves, which is important. You and I are, can I say it? Should I say it?
We were we were born in the 80s,
We were
okay?
born, okay.
The late 80s.
We were born in the late 80s. So you and I we were born in that generation, coming from like our parents who were like, you need to be put together. You're on camera. You need to look good. Even now, we've dressed up for this. We've beat our faces and whatnot. And to me, exactly. And to me, there's something so awesome about having like no F's given. Like, I would have never even thought to be on camera in a bonnet prior to TikTok. And to me, that's something about that is so freeing, Ryan. I don't know what it
Yeah.
is, but something about that, like in my most honest moment with me, with no makeup on, with maybe a do rag or a bonnet on, and I'm like, hey guys, I love this book. It's the middle of the night, and I love this book, and I need to talk to you right now.
Yeah.
And it's the middle of the night, and I'm not gonna put on makeup at midnight to tell you guys I love this book. This is me where I am right now. So that's why I love TikTok so much for that,
So
because you
true.
just see it often. But I think it is something that it was ingrained and instilled in us, and maybe that's something we have to work on. I think we can learn something from Gen Z.
A lot. There,
A
look,
lot.
not even just being more comfortable, but swapping the olive oil top and flipping it back in. There's a lot of just little household things that I have learned
Oh my
from
God,
TikTok.
TikTok.
Thank you very much. And I'm like, I have been using that wrong for,
Every
okay,
yeah,
that's embarrassing.
changing my life every day. I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
Friend, I feel like, are we at the point in the show for a little show and tell?
I think we are. I think we are. And I think you should go first. I know
Ooh.
we're switching it up.
Okay. So every episode we are asking our guests to bring something from their shelves or some book recommendation, something that tells us a little bit more about them. I have brought a bit of a stack of things ish,
Okay.
but the main.
Yes, the main course. Oh my God.
Now,
That's
this.
Oh my God.
Who is this?
Oh wait, please. I'm drawing a blank.
I am
It's,
holding a stuffed dog, a
Oh,
white Jack Russell stuffed dog with a brown patch
damn
over
it.
the
What
eye,
is
a
his
paw
name?
print on the ear. It is.
I'm drawing a blank.
Friend, it's Wishbone!
Wishbone.
So I'm holding my stuffed Wishbone stuffed animal that I've had
Yeah.
since I was a child. I also still have some of my Wishbone books.
Oh my
I have the
God.
entire series of Wishbone on DVD in a couple different versions. So I brought Wishbone for my show and tell because Wishbone got me into reading. And Wishbone, I don't know if you know about Wishbone, and for the
Yes,
Gen
I do.
Zs and everyone after, this will probably be a little bit like, the hell is that stuffed dog? But Wishbone was a very special dog. Wishbone was a talking dog, and Wishbone could go into these adventures. And I mean, some of my favorite, A Tale of Two Cities. Okay. The Prince and the Pauper. Pauliver Twist. I mean, there's a lot of. So, Wishbone kind of got me into the classics. There was a television show that went along with Wishbone, but I fell in love so much with Wishbone that I've kept all of this for a very long time. But I got to know all the classics
Yeah.
from that show and from those books, and I just became in love with the fact that in every episode, Wishbone took on an entire new persona and literally dove himself into the story, became the characters. The setting changed everything, and then ended up back at like the house in normal life. So I am obsessed with this. I love Wishbone, and I will probably keep that little sucker for a very long time. But
Ryan, that
Ta-da!
is such a cute show and tell. And the fact that you still have that from your childhood is so adorable. Oh my God, I'm jealous.
or problematic, that could be like
I know.
there's a hoarding situation.
I know, right? I know, right? Look at me in the comments like, we need to get Ryan therapy. He's
Sign. Clinging onto the past. Look, this
that's
Yoda
such a
is also
good
pretty
show
old
and
too.
tell.
So
That's a good and then your stuffed animal is in good shape too, friend. What?
pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty good condition.
This is from, I want to say it's from like 91, 92, something like that.
Wow. Oh, it's in really good condition.
1990.
1990. Oh my God. I don't have any of my old stuff in this apartment, so I'm gonna have a newer. I'm gonna have a different show and tell. But I love that, friend.
Thank you.
And I love that you have all those memories to have. Like you still have that. Like stuff like that is so special. Like because you get to keep it, and you could pass it down, to your children or your nieces and nephews, whoever.
Yeah.
That's so sweet. Oh, I love stuff
And
like
I love
that.
dogs. So in case
Yeah.
anyone's wondering, major dog lover.
That's so cute.
What, pray tell, my friend, did you bring?
Okay, I was trying to rack my brain about what I should bring. I mean, obviously, I've amassed over 125 books in a year, which is insane to me. This is
1
my
year.
show and tell. I know, right? How did we get here? But my show and tell is gonna be something, a thriller that I read last year that I can't stop thinking about. And every thriller that I read, I am comparing it to this because this book really blew my mind in a sense of like, it really kind of like defines what I look for in a thriller. Very fast paced, very right to the point. And that is Falling by T.J. Newman. I enjoyed this book. When I first read it, I borrowed it from the library. And Kendra over at Kenny Reads a Lot, who's amazing, who I just adore, she talked about it first. And the way she described it, I was like, what is this? What is this about? And fun fact, I have been flying by myself since I was 7 years old. I'm a professional flyer. Yes.
Whoa.
Yes. I have gone through all of the ups and downs of like with TSA and everything. Like, I am a professional packer. I am a professional flyer.
Wow.
So I love being in the air. I love airplanes. This is not a story, and I should tell you that if you are scared of flying, this isn't a good story for you to be reading. Okay, there's hijacking. There's hijacking
I was
involved.
gonna say, give us a little synopsis. What's the premise?
The premise is that there are several protagonists in this book. We've got the pilot, we've got one of the stewardess, then we've got people on the ground as well. The pilot, the flight is being hijacked because there is someone on the plane. It's giving like Middle Eastern terrorist vibes. That's the only thing I don't like about the book.
Okay.
But I do love all of the background stuff, the things that happen on the ground. There's so much action in this, and I could really picture everything. I think TJ Newman did a wonderful job of writing every situation clearly and like well enough to like really enthrall you and like get your attention. So this is my show and tell. Falling by TJ Newman. This is her debut novel. I mean, and it's got
a beautiful cover too.
a beautiful cover. James Patterson gave her the stamp of like it's a go. Like I
Whoa.
know, I know. And she used to be a flight attendant, and she wrote her first book while
Very
flying. Yeah.
cool.
So this is my show and tell. I am obsessed with this. I think everybody should read it unless you are scared of flying. Then don't read it. But yes, that is my show and tell, friend. I love a good thriller.
like
You know I
it.
love to be thrilled, so.
She likes a thrill. No, I really like it. Fun fact, friend, you have been flying since you were 7. I don't think I took my first flight until I was 19 or 20.
Wow. Was that on purpose? Or were you afraid of flights or?
No, I think we were just drivers. My parents we were road trippers. Sierra, for the
Oh.
record, everyone at home, Sierra said she does not like a road trip, and
Can't stand it.
I am like what's her name in the Heartbreak Kid, who's like pounding on the dashboard and singing every song that comes on. Yeah. You would want to kick me out of the car.
Oh my God. I was like, shut him up. That would be me. Like, oh my God, are we not there yet? Wow.
Those were good
friend.
show and tells. I'm gonna read that, but I love a thriller, so it's
got
giving
you.
very Air Force One to me. Sounds cool.
Oh my God, yes. But so good. Gripping. I was clenching my stomach. My abs were showing that week for sure. All right,
love
friend, is it time for us to do our quick wit?
Quick wit. I don't know if I'm ready, but it's time.
It is time. Listen, we're going to speed through this like it's no problem. Do you want me to ask you first? You want to ask me first?
Since I went first on show and tell, I'm going to ask you first
Fair
on quick
enough.
wit.
Okay.
So we're going to run down 10 rapid fire questions. This entire season, every guest is being put through the same 10. So you're going to get a nice little comparative of everyone coming on. We're going to start with ourselves. So at CCB Reading,
Yes.
are you ready for some quick wit?
I'm ready for some quick wit.
Morning, noon, or night?
Night.
Favorite book growing up or favorite book from high school?
Ooh, okay. This is stressful. My favorite book growing up was probably the terrible, horrible, no good. Yes, I can't think of the name of the book, but you know what I'm
Okay.
talking about,
Yes,
right?
I do. Yep.
Yes.
Where are you a regular?
Okay. There is this sandwich shop here that I love called Jason's Deli. Do you know have you ever had Jason's Deli before?
Yes, we know. Yeah, I know Jason's Deli. Yum.
Love Jason's Deli. I have to like go to different ones because I think some of them know my name at the one that's near my house. So yes. Yeah.
Who is a celeb that's a friend in your head, or you can give us your celebrity crush?
I have so many celebrity crushes, okay?
Yeah.
Jason Momoa, Daniel Kaluuya. Oh my God, that man. Um, who else? There are so many. Those are the two that really just butter my biscuit.
Okay, yeah, that came really quick. We like it. Butter biscuit. If you could take me anywhere in the world tomorrow, where are we heading?
We are gonna go to the White Sands National Monument in, I think, is it in Nevada? I've always wanted to go.
Ooh.
I've seen the pictures. It looks so beautiful.
Cool. Do you fall asleep to music, TV, or nothing?
Nothing and complete darkness. I need it dark and I need it quiet.
Spooky. What is your best Halloween costume ever?
I don't know if this counts as a Halloween costume, but I'm gonna tell you because this is one of the
Why
best
wouldn't
things
it
I've ever
count?
done. Well, I didn't do it for Halloween. I did it for my birthday. Every year I
Oh,
take
okay.
these awesome pictures of myself. And one year I did it like a full set, and I dressed up as Missy Elliott from the She's a Bitch video.
Oh, that counts. That counts.
So
Very good.
yeah, but I love Halloween. But that's the best I've ever cosplayed in my life.
I like it. We need pictures.
Oh,
What?
I have them.
Oh, good. Thank you. I'll be after the show.
Yes.
What is your theme song or your karaoke song?
Okay. Oh God. Theme song. I don't have a go-to karaoke song. Believe it or not, I don't do karaoke often. But if I had to have a theme song, it would be it would be "Who's That Girl" by Eve.
Oh, Eve's that girl.
Girl. Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I love
yes.
Eve.
I love Eve too.
How many books have you read this year?
It's a small number. I believe I'm on my ninth book. I'm on 9.
Cool.
I'll take 9. I took 9.
Oh, the puppies. What was the last thing that made you smile?
Honestly, this conversation, we are having a really good conversation today, and I am just really enjoying it. I love a good conversation.
Okay.
You
She
make
loves
me
to
smile,
talk.
friend. Yes,
Loves
I
to
do.
talk.
Yes, I do.
All right, Sierra, you just completed Quick Wit, my friend. Well done.
Whew. Sweat off my brow.
It's very
All right,
good.
Ryan, at Ryberry, we're going to be quick with it. Are you
I'm
ready?
going to try. Yes.
Okay, here we go. Morning, noon, or night?
Morning, easy. Early morning.
Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Favorite book growing up? Or favorite book from high school?
Probably Tale of Two Cities I really loved, but also I was 11 or 12 when Harry Potter came out and bought it from the Scholastic Book Fair, so I do have to plug that a little bit. That was a good one.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. You know, time, you know, we didn't know. We didn't know.
We don't know who wrote it.
Right. We had no idea. Where are you a regular?
Besides the bookstore that they do know my name, which makes me embarrassed if I walk in. Like, hey, Ryan, I'm like, I am a regular at Kava.
Oh, yeah.
I love
That's your
Kava.
spot. I haven't been. I have to get there.
It's delish.
Okay. Celeb that's a friend in your head or a celeb crush?
I also have a lot of celebrity crushes, and they've changed, but I always thought Kate Hudson and Colin Farrell seemed like they would be a real fun double date. Okay.
Wow.
Colin Farrell is in the new Batman movie. I think
Is
Zoe
he?
Kravitz is
Yes.
very beautiful, but also I would probably take Dad first, or over Zoe, I would take Lenny. I don't know. I could go
yeah.
on. I could go on the trail for a while on celebrity crush. I have a lot of them, and I think that yes,
Yeah.
all of them.
I would take the dad over Zoe first.
Yeah, so
too.
the Kravitz, some Colin Farrell, Kate Hudson from Almost Famous. Yes, just a whole
That's a
party.
good list. That's a good list. Yeah. Nice
Not
party
quick,
bus.
however. Just putting plugs out in case anyone, I'm married, but in case any of those people ever stumble across this BookTok podcast, here we are.
They might. Liddy seems like he's into books, so
maybe.
Okay, here we go. If you could take me anywhere in the world tomorrow, where are we going?
I feel like I've not been, but I want to go very badly, and I think that you and I would have a great time in Greece. I can see us dancing in the streets of Greece and having some tomato and mozz and just, yeah.
That would be so fun. We have to do it. Okay. Yes. Do you fall asleep to music, TV, or nothing?
Whatever and wherever.
What? Oh my God, are you one of those really? Oh my God.
I, like one of our other guests who has been on, I will fall asleep sometimes with my AirPods in. Sometimes I will fall asleep watching, I don't know. I wake up with shit everywhere. So it just depends. When I'm done, I'm done. But I am a morning person, so at 8 p.m. I slowly start to decline. I mean, slowly is probably generous. I steadily start to decline.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay. Best Halloween costume ever.
There's so many. I love Halloween. I love Halloween. I was recently Darth Maul from Star Wars, and I shaved my head for it. And I made the horns out of hot glue, and I painted them myself, and it was epic. I thought that was incredible, and I'm a huge Star Wars fan. But probably I thought my most creative and cool costume, one of my best friends was Medusa, and I was the man turned to stone. And so turned myself into a stone statue, but we took shoe boxes and covered them with kind of thicker suede material, sprayed them with that stone spray paint, flipped them over my feet. So when I put my feet together, it looked like I was on a big pedestal. But I was walking around with like big shoe boxes over my feet all night. But it was cool.
Do you have
I love
pictures?
Halloween.
Do you have pictures?
Yes.
I need to see these.
Yes, I do.
These. Okay. What is your theme song or your favorite go-to karaoke song?
I love Welcome to the Jungle for a theme song. I love that song. Welcome to the jungle. It's so good.
It is good.
It's good. And it really like it just gets you like, whoa. So I don't know if that's necessarily my theme song because I'm not a like super high energy person in that way, but that gets me amped up. Karaoke song, you can find me singing Superstition or any Stevie Wonder song, right? Or Whitney, but mainly Steve. I'm a Stevie.
Yeah.
So Stevie Wonder, Superstition will be the go.
How many books have you read this year?
I believe I read one twice. I read Long Way Down twice already. But I think it's quick. I mean, it's very quick. Yeah. I think I'm at 8. I believe I've read 8 books. But I've 9 if I count reading Long Way Down twice. And now I'm going to read it a third time because I got the graphic novel.
When you commit, and I love that for you.
It's very obsessive. Yes, when I like something, I really like it.
You do, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, very last question, friend. What was the last thing to make you smile?
I've smiled a lot on this call for sure. I will tell. Okay, I'm going to show you a picture.
Okay.
So I came down. My dogs are in the basement, but I came down to this little face with these little paws on.
Oh.
Like, look. So my dog has its little paws like up in its cheeks and was just chilling. Just really cracked me up. And I laughed. I'm that weird person that has a lot of pictures of their dogs on their phone and giggles a lot. So besides this conversation where I'm so red, I feel like I'm so red-faced and sweaty because I've been giggling.
I'm sorry. I've been making you laugh and sweat. I'm gonna be good.
Between the light and So this, all of it.
Beautiful.
We survived.
We did it. You did it. See, I knew it. Not a sweat off your brow.
Several sweats off his brow. It's very sweaty. All right. I think we are closing out Quick Wit, and we're going to get ready for our post talk.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. We survived our first talk.
Yes.
I think it wasn't so bad because it was us. I thought that
Yeah.
made it a little easier.
I'm a little biased, but I think we did a great job.
Best guest of the season so far.
You damn right.
Best guest premiere one episode in. These are the best interviews that we have done. Wow.
Absolutely.
I'm really excited. What are you well, actually, let's end on a high note. What are you most nervous for this season? We have a lot to come.
We do. And so I think what I'm most nervous about is how people will receive us. Being on TikTok and making, 15-second or 60-second or even 3-minute videos is completely different than making an hour podcast and having people really see your personality. So I'm really nervous to see for people to see us in action and see who we really are. But I'm also excited about that at the same time. And I'm also nervous about interviews as well. Interviewing people is a bit of a like, oh my God, how are they going to react to me? And how am I going to react to them as well? Or, are the questions I'm asking engaging enough? All kinds of things running through my head. So that's what I'm nervous about. What about you?
Well, first you make people feel joy and warmth and sunshine, and you ask great questions.
Thank
so have no fear there. But I share the exact same fear. I am nervous about, I guess, just showing more of my personality and more of myself. I keep my videos pretty short on TikTok, and I don't want to overthink stuff a lot on there. And so a lot of times with what I think about books, I love to write. And so I feel like I almost want to type out what I want to say. So I make sure that I've gone over it and it's intelligent and it makes sense and poignant for the materials. But then that feels so over rehearsed and weird to me. So then I end up just getting on there and being I really liked this book because I loved it and it was so cool. And I just wish that everyone would love it like me because of that. And so I'm nervous here that if they see more of me, I mean, look, the 16 could go real quick. They'll be like, nice knowing you, Ryberry. Yeah. So I'm a little nervous about that. I am less nervous about the interview pieces, but I think mainly because I'm so excited. I feel like we've just set up a bunch of play dates. I know that probably sounds corny, but I feel like we have a bunch of friend play dates set up, and it's people who I've been talking to for a year or two. Yeah. Like there's a lot of people that I'm over here thinking, oh my God, we're going to meet kind of for the first time. So I've got a little bit of first date butterflies, but all excited.
So that's the most exciting thing for you in terms of us moving forward in this show and what we're putting out into the world.
I will say I am very, very, very excited to meet all of the guests. I'm very excited to meet a lot of people that I've had friend in my head vibes with for a long time. Mm-hmm. What I am most excited for is for us to continue our friendship. If I'm honest, that's exactly how I feel. Yeah. And I'm just really excited for that. I think that I'm pretty sure in our first messages back to each other, it was like, I feel like we've got similar vibes. I think our vibes would really mesh. People don't probably really similar vibes.
I don't see that at all.
That's interesting. But that we would have a nice vibe together. And I adore you. And it has been a quick but fast love. And so I'm excited to Keep it going.
Oh, I'm really excited to be doing this with you. And you've made this process so easy. Something you guys don't know about Ryan, but when I tell you he is on his shit, honey, he is not playing around. And it, as the Virgo in me is like, I live for this. I think you are, as someone who has been doing this for 5 years and having a partner who is just, who you can very much rely on and who is attentive to details and things like that, it's just so important in this industry. And I know that this process is going to be so smooth because I know I can rely on you. And you're awesome and you have a great personality and you are just so wonderful. So I'm really excited to be doing this with you. I'm honored that you slid into my DMs and asked me to do this. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
We're gonna have too much fun.
I know. I know.
What is really funny is that you asked what are you most excited for, and meanwhile, behind the scenes, I'm excited about everything.
Yeah.
Every little thing. I send messages to Sierra. I'm very excitable, and so yes, my answer was very honest, but Sierra will also be able to tell you that I'm just very easily excitable and easily obsessive on things. So
I love it though.
Dove right in.
He like just, hey, I have to text you this. I'm like, that's fine. Don't worry. I love it. I love your
lots of
excitement.
pre-apology texts. Hey, sorry, I said I wasn't gonna bother you, but
I love it. You're not bothering me at all. I've already told you that millions of times.
well, we have a long season ahead. Another episode airing next week, and then we will go bi-weekly.
Yes.
We have a insane lineup of people, some accounts that you may know and some that you might follow and love, and then some that might just be BookTok celebrities to us but soon will be to everyone else. So I think that the people should be prepared for a diverse season of BookTok talent all across the board. It's pretty great, I think.
I think we have some really amazing people lined up. And we've already had some amazing interviews already. So I think you guys are going to be like blown away. And we're excited because like I said, we're going to get to see the personalities of these people who we follow and we enjoy their content. It's going to be so nice to actually sit and have a conversation with them. Book Talk is big, but it's also small in the same sense,
Yep.
So it kind of feels like family in a sense. So I'm excited to meet these people who I follow, because following, but then actually talking to them makes it feel way more real. Like these are actual people. So I'm so excited about that. Yeah. Well, with that being said, I think this is our wrap up here, you guys.
One down.
A many more to go.
A lot to go.
A lot to go.
Stay with us.
Yes, please make sure you are following us on the TikTok page at sierra.and.ryan. And we are also on YouTube at sierra.and.ryan.talktok.
TALKTOK. You did. That was really good.
I'm very proud of myself.
Ding.
Yes. We're on all the things. And don't forget, you can also follow our personal pages. Ryan is at Rye_Brary. And I am at cc.b.reading. And CC with an SISI. It's important to know.
Very important.
So with that being said, we will see you guys on our very first interview next week.
Glad we had this talk.
Yes.